Hey everybody, Aaron here, and this is another anime review, number 86, folks. And today's review is going to be of Tokyo Majin. Now, Tokyo Majin came out around 2007, and it wasn't a hugely popular anime. I want to say it was known to certain people, especially if you had like different anime on-demand services and stuff like that, because that was playing on a lot of different on-demand services. Actually, when I first watched this, I originally watched it on demand. I think it was Anime Now on demand, which was something that I had in PA. But Tokyo Majin was a really phenomenally good show. It has a lot of issues, but it was a really cool show, and I'm about to explain why. Here's my review for it. So Tokyo Majin actually is a supernatural anime. It's more so, dealing with kind of demons and zombies and stuff like that, where our main cast of characters are seemingly a bunch of normal, average high school students. They seem like that, but actually each of them actually has specific powers. You have our main character Tatsumo, who he's in the center right there. He actually has very strong fists, where his fists are actually imbued with ki and chi energy, so he can actually destroy enemies. You have Kyoichi or Kyuichi, I think you pronounce it. I want to say. He's the one who's carrying the sword. You have Aoi, who is the girl with, of course, the magical powers. You have Komichi, who is the girl who's an archer of the group, and Yuya, who is the kind of wrestler type guy. And they all learn about their powers through a kind of series of happenstances where currently in Tokyo there's this report of people going missing at night. And Tatsuma, the main really I want to say Tatsuma and Kiichi are like the main cast of characters. They're the main two in terms of how the story kind of surrounds them essentially in the beginning. But they're the ones that actually are deciding, let's take matters into our hands because they could fight, even though they don't think they're super powered per se yet, because they don't have the actual latent abilities. They still take it into their own hands to actually fight and see if they can figure out what's going on with these kind of disappearances at night. And rumor has it that zombies are appearing in the streets of Tokyo, so they get other people involved seemingly by accident, where you get our other cast of characters involved in this whole supernatural plot where it starts off essentially just zombies, but quickly deviates away from that. So I don't want you guys thinking, oh, another zombie anime or something. It's actually only has to do with zombies for maybe a good like several episodes, but then goes into like demon forces and stuff like that. But our cast of characters is really what makes the show so cool, because they all are relatively very strong. Now, are they very unique? I don't want to give them that too much credit. I really don't. You have the typical I'm a badass guy. I know I'm strong. I know I'm stronger than you. You have the guy who is kind of weak-willed, but he's at the same time he wants to prove to the girl he likes that he's tough. Tatsuma is probably the only one that's actually cool per se in the whole thing, because he just acts cool and he just keeps with that kind of I want to say persona throughout the whole show. All the other cast of characters hit these high and low points that I want to say. The show is actually about, I think, 26 episodes. There's 2 seasons for it. But in those 26 episodes, you're going to see them go from very high points to very low points. And sometimes it's in out of order concepts. The first 2 episodes, for example, are going to focus on the issue of the people disappearing. But then after that, we're going to actually go back into a recap episode, which shows how the cast of characters actually met and all know each other so well. And it's odd because you already saw within the first couple episodes the cast of characters at the highest point, essentially. And then you go right away to see them at the lowest point, which is very odd to me. They do this also several times in the show, where they kind of have recap episodes mixed in. And don't get me wrong, it's not filler episodes per se, but these recap episodes don't do much in terms of actually advancing any character. They all just, hey, here we are, this is us. But it's like, why did you have to do this, episode 13 or 14? Why did you have to now talk about this particular cast of characters or this kind of plot line when you could have done that earlier? And that's one of my biggest issues with it. Anime is okay when it does that usually, but it does this too often in the show, where it's back and forth a lot. It doesn't stick with it once in a while. It just keeps doing it. The second act is a little different though. The second act is just pure stop. This is nonstop. I said pure stop, nonstop action and nonstop storytelling. And you won't have those flashback episodes. So I mean, I forgive it for that. For the fact that at least, hey, the second season knows we're not gonna keep throwing flashbacks into it. But my biggest issue with Tokyo Majin is probably the ending. Don't get me wrong, this does end per se, but the ending's very abrupt and almost comes at like just, wow, that's it, it's over. what happened? And that's I hate when anime does that. I think it's almost like a cop out. So it's like, we know we're not gonna do any more seasons after this. We know we got lucky and we did 2 seasons, but let's just stop where we're at right now. And so, the mysteries are solved, everything's kind of wrapped up, but overly nice, if that makes any sense. It's the concept of, hey, you could have fleshed out the story a little bit more, or even given a little bit better of an ending. If you knew you were going to cut off at this point in time, maybe had, instead of the last episode being solely focused on an action sequence, have it where the last episode had both action and then kind of just to end the story correctly. But Tokyo Majin, I want to give it a little bit of carte blanche for it because it was from that kind of, I want to say, that 2007 era. Because if anyone remembers anime back then, it was kind of normal for this. You had those quick endings if they weren't going to be renewed and they knew they weren't going to be renewed. So it's understandable. I forgive it for that. But overall, Tokyo Majin has a really cool set of cast of characters. I think that's one of the biggest strengths of it. The music is actually pretty good. I love the opening. I think the opening is really good. Look it up. You could probably find it on YouTube. I actually don't know currently if you can, but I used to know it was on there. It actually has a really cool opening. I think it shows almost everything that the show offers right away. So if you need more kind of to see what I'm talking about here, you could actually go watch that. But the animation's nice. It's not that great. I think characters look nice sometimes, but also sometimes they're really weakly done. Backgrounds look a little meh sometimes, especially during some fight scenes where I think they just wanted to focus on the fights themselves. Which, don't get me wrong, the fights are amazing. They're really probably the best part of the animation-wise. But it's when they're focused on the background a little too long. It's like, I've seen that before, the way they've done the animation. It's not that great. But overall, if I had to review Tokyo Majin A through F, I have to give it a good B. I think the show is really good. I think it's a lot of fun. Again, it's only 26 episodes. You really can't do too wrong with that. It's relatively not that hard to find on Amazon. I know that. I had problems one time finding it because it was sold out everywhere. But I believe that you can find it. Currently I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to give you guys saying, oh, you can find it now. But I know that you might as well get it now because I know it's getting harder to find. So if you really are interested in it, you might as well pick it up when you can. Or, watch it via actual legit site, not, illegal websites. I'm not condoning this. I can't control what you guys do when it comes to that, but I always put that in there just to save myself when it comes to that stuff. But anyways, guys, that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm almost at 100 subs, guys. Help me out here. I'm that close. That 5 people, 5 away. And I know a lot of my friends who are other YouTubers as well hope for me to get up to 100 subs by the end of the year. And I don't want to let them down, but also at the same time, I think that'd be kind of cool because I've only been up technically since mid-August. So, being at this point in time, I think that's really cool. I think earning 100 subs would be awesome. But anyways, guys, don't worry about that. If I don't, it's not a big deal. It's not nothing against you guys. Look forward to 2 videos coming out. Not today, but per se, 2 videos this week that are going to be a little different than my normal. Yeah, I want to say maybe on Sunday might be top 10. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. It might just be a review, but I'm going to go for a top 10. And I am going to have those Christmas specials, which is going to be the top 10 best shows to watch during Christmas and the top 10 worst shows to watch during Christmas. And don't get me wrong, those are not per se anime that it's bad. Like, those are going to be good shows, and I'm going to explain it more in that video. But they're going to be like the shows you do not want to watch during Christmas during a time of, happiness. You don't want to watch those. But also, again, another top 10 is going to be best shows to watch during that time period. Anyways, guys, I'm not going to keep you any long. Until our paths cross again in the next review, have a good one, everyone. Bye.